don't work. They told me it was a blinker, but it's not because I bought a blinker and I put it in there.
So you came all the way from New Mexico.
Much room back there, but there's room.
Not much.
Yeah.
They are council.
You fit pretty good in there.
Awkward. Oops.
Which this is, sometimes they clutch that, I don't know.
Sunroof, it sucks that it has it, but
Really?
yeah, because I dripped and Marty didn't have his, but he had the sliding window. Some of them didn't come with the sliding window, so
I thought he had a sunroof on this.
I don't think he did. I could be wrong.
Is this pretty?
Yeah, it's gonna need a new dash for sure. That's all original.
382 on the clock.
This is a 1988 Toyota SR5 4x4 pickup truck. Not only that, we actually have two of them. this video begins, I need to just say I am sorry. I'm sorry that we have so many projects going on. I'm almost wondering if this channel should be called the Unfinished Car Channel. But don't worry, the projects are still coming. We got the DeLorean barn find on deck. We got to come out with another video with that. We have another video of the Bronco getting a restoration. We added some parts to it. The Super 360 is getting painted. The Jeep Willys still needs an engine, so that one's put on hold for now. And we have 2 more projects to add to the fleet. With that being said, I'd like to introduce you to our newest project, the Marty McFly pickup truck build. So to start it out, let's talk about Marty McFly's pickup truck. Marty McFly had a 1985 Toyota SR5 pickup truck. Now, finding a 1985 Toyota pickup is pretty hard, at least in the Rust Belt states. And not only that, but 1985s are hard for one particular reason. It is the last year of the straight front axle, but the first year of the 22RE fuel-injected motor. And from my understanding, Marty McFly in the first movie had a 1985 lifted Toyota SR5, and after the movie they gave it away and somebody had crashed it. I'm not 100% sure if this is true or not, so if anyone knows more info on this, I'd love to hear it in the comments down below. But then in the second movie, after the first truck was wrecked, they had a 1986 SR5 which had the independent suspension, but almost the same exact build. The roll bar has double bars on it, double tube that is, where in the first movie he had a single tubed one. So I'm gonna go a tiny bit in depth into Marty McFly's pickup truck. There's a lot of differences that I'm just gonna cover in this video. But for starters, like I was saying before, Marty McFly had a 1985 Toyota SR5 pickup. Now the differences with the SR5 compared to the pickup, there's a lot of them, but I'll just name a couple off the top of my head. The SR5 was the trim package. It had bucket seats in it instead of the front bench seat. It looked like it had bucket seats in it from the outside, but in reality, just the pickup trucks had a bench seat where the SR5 had bucket seats individually. The SR5 also came with a tach meter, and those being the 2 biggest differences, that's what I was really in mind looking for when I wanted to find one of these. Marty McFly had a black grille on the front of his. He had a front bumper that was double tubed. In the rear, he also had a double tubed bumper. And then, like I was saying before, the roll bar, which had double tubes on it, where in the first movie, it was single tubed. I think we're gonna go with the double tube just to keep it as close as we can to the second movie and the third movie. I read in the first movie that the truck was actually lifted. I'm not 100% sure on this, if this is true or not, but in the second movie, it was left at stock height. I also think this is going to get a lift kit in it, just maybe like a 1-inch or something, just something a little higher than this, but not as high as our other truck over there. So let's start out with our first truck. This is a 1988 Toyota SR5 extra cab. Now, like I was saying before, finding an extra cab in an SR5 is pretty hard to find. Finding an 85 is even rarer, in my opinion. I had a heck of a time just even finding one of these things in the Rust Belt that were not completely bad. And this one is not 100% perfect, but this truck almost has 400,000 miles on it. So for 400,000 miles, I think this is in pretty good shape. It has roughly like 382,000, but it's getting up there in mileage. The motor was replaced with 132,000 on that currently. And I'm going to get into some of the differences now between the 1988 versus the 85. So I won't go into crazy depth about some of the differences because I'm sure a lot of people know a lot more than me. This is just what I came across while finding these trucks. 1985 has the straight front axle. 1988 has the independent suspension. The 1985 truck that McFly had the 22RE 4-cylinder motor. This one has the V6 3.0. This was the first year of the V6 motor. A lot of people call them 3 slow. It's kind of a common name that I've been seeing with them, but this one does have the V6 3.0. Now, the whole reason why I have 2 trucks here is actually because of this box. This box is in such rough shape that it is impossible, at least in my opinion, without spending a lot of money, to fix this the correct way. So finding these boxes, again, is very difficult. A lot of them rust out. There is one company online that actually does make fiberglass beds. They run about $1,800 plus shipping from California. So to Wisconsin, I would be well over $2,000 into an unpainted box. Whereas I decided to set out and try to find another truck that hopefully I could find a decent box on and take the box and put it onto this one. And that is what led me to this beauty. This is a 1986 Toyota pickup truck. This is also a SR5. So I was very lucky to find this close to me. Again, just about an hour away, that I was able to come and find this thing. And not only that, but it has a gray interior. So any pieces that I need to take from this truck can go to the Marty McFly truck. This truck has the 22 RE motor in it, so it does have the correct motor and transmission. However, I don't think I'm going to swap that over unless the V6 decides to get up and leave and decide it's not a motor anymore. Then I feel like we could either take this motor and put it into the Marty McFly truck and have the correct motor and everything. Until then, I'm probably just gonna rob parts off this. It doesn't run currently right now, it doesn't have spark. So any gray interior pieces that I need, I will take from this one and put them into the Marty McFly truck, and this can just stay either a mud bog or whatever you want to call it right now. Which now leads me into the interior of the SR5. So Marty McFly did have some differences in his truck being a 1985 compared to the 1988 I found. Luckily, this truck has everything we should hopefully need. Marty McFly had a different cluster. He had a different bezel that ran around the cluster. He had the different black steering column here where mine is gray. These have the correct seats in them. However, the driver's seat is in pretty bad shape, so I'm not sure if I can hopefully maybe get that redone or find an aftermarket seat cover that would fit over that. The door panels, the dash is gonna go with us because the dash in the SR5 88 is pretty bad shape. This one is in really good shape, surprisingly. And most importantly, the bed. This is what I was really after just with this truck. The whole reason why I bought the entire truck was just for this bed. This is the worst part of the entire thing right here, which hopefully we can cut out and try to remake this part. But this is the whole reason why I bought this truck. I bought the entire truck for $1,200. Where buying the bed from California was $1,800 plus shipping. So I'm hoping we can fix this bed. And worst case scenario, if that's the case, this bed can go back on this truck and we'll have to go with the fiberglass. But the entire reason why I bought this truck was for this right here. And I know it looks pretty bad, but for Wisconsin, I think this looks pretty dang good. Another part that we can rob for the Marty McFly truck build is this badge right here. On Marty McFly's truck, he had this exact badge, Toyota 4-wheel drive EFI, where the 1988 SR5 only says Toyota EFI, so we can take that badge too. Now I know this wasn't another hands-on video, but another explanation video, but I promise the restoration videos are coming, including the Marty McFly truck build. I cannot wait to make one of these. I think it is going to be very, very cool going to car shows with a DeLorean and the Marty McFly pickup truck build. On one last note, I promise project videos are coming. I can't wait to show you guys the shop renovation. The shop looks a lot different. We're gonna get a lot more stuff done. I actually took on a friend to come and help me do some of these videos and restorations because I can't keep up myself. But the videos are coming, I promise you that. And all in all, I just cannot wait to have a McFly truck and a DeLorean together. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. I'm not sure if we're going to release another Bronco restoration video first, or if we're gonna jump on the Barn Find DeLorean, or if we're going to jump on the McFly truck build. I'm hoping we can aim more for the Marty McFly truck build just because I really want to get it done for next year car shows, and I think we could have a ton of fun together building one of these Marty McFly trucks. Until then, I will see you in the next video.